We have been having so much fun exploring the power of words through poetry this month for National Poetry Month, and we are so lucky to have such local talent that that's very open to share their experiences through spoken word. But today we are really in for a treat.
That's right, a big treat at that. Joining us right now is Dr. Melba Joyce Boyd, our newly selected Michigan Poet Laureate. How are you, Dr. Boyd?
I'm great, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, we're excited to have you because you are just the third poet laureate in Michigan's history.
It's tricky.
I'm just so excited. But tell us a little bit what went through your mind when you were officially selected.
I was actually, shocked, surprised, and honored that that the powers that be wanted me to be their official poet laureate for these 2 years, and just really feel appreciated.
Yeah, well, there's no shock or surprise on our end, especially when you look at your resume, because you're a retired distinguished professor in African American Studies at Wayne State, and you even worked for U of M. So talk to us exactly, where did your passion for poetry even begin?
It's hard to say. Probably all my life I've always been a reader. My father taught me to read before I even started school, and so I've always admired poetry, but I never thought that I could actually be a poet. Even when I started university at Western Michigan University, I thought that I could be a writer, and I could write about literature, but I never thought that I could actually become a poet until I met Dudley Randall in Detroit when I returned home after finishing my master's degree at Western. And he hired me to be his assistant editor. Broadside Press was a major publisher of black poetry during the Black Arts Movement. And there he asked me, do you write poetry? And I said, yeah, but I keep it in a drawer, or under the bed. And so he would like to see it. And so he read it, and he made a few comments, and he said, after I brought it back and showed me, he said, well, I want to publish this one.
Wow.
So it was largely through his confidence in my talent and also his influence, because he was a really great poet, and I was just really, how can I say, fortunate. I want to say lucky, because I actually did seek out working for the press.
Right, absolutely, yes. You put yourself out there, and we're glad that he helped you open your drawer and publish those poets. And we do have to do a big mention, because you are an award-winning author, and 9 of which of your 13 books are poetry, so more than half. But talk a little bit about your writing process, especially when it comes to poetry. Does it differ?
Yeah, it depends on the moment. Sometimes something will happen, and I want to show appreciation. For example, the poem I'll read today, I did write for a cousin upon his passing, who did amazing things in the medical field. And I generally do write about people who are close to me, but I also write about events, circumstances, political realities that we're facing as a people, and the struggle that people go through, both known and unknown. I was just recently participating in an event with dealing with everyday people. It was an exhibit at the Virgil Carr Center. And you find very remarkable things about normal, everyday people, not people who are out there front, but they're doing all kinds of incredible things to help other people on a day-to-day basis, and that's just their nature. And they're rarely celebrated, and so I feel like writing about folks, just writing about folks and seeing the wonder and how marvelous we are when we help one another and when we're there for one another. And so I use my poetry to celebrate not only important moments, but also people who should be celebrated but have not necessarily been elevated at the point where you say, oh wow, so-and-so got an award. Well, these are the people who keep us together as a community and help folks when they're down.
That's right, and it's always important to celebrate those folks. So after the break, we're going to be celebrating you. You have some wonderful words from the heart that you're going to share with us. Everybody, make sure you stick around.